where we actually take the time and learn to communicate, is one of the things I do on a regular basis with my clients. I teach them to communicate with families, with society at large. I teach them to, or I help them learn, I don't necessarily teach them, to realize that all these people who are wanting to help and those who try to guide us and all that, they actually mean well. They just don't know what to do. So they do what they think is right, and a lot of times it's not. But I teach people how to communicate what they feel, what they need, and how to disagree with somebody without being disagreeable. The person in public who's, let me guide you, let me do this. No, I got it. A lot of people get mad at that individual. Well, anger doesn't solve anything. But if you learn to communicate and say, look, I know perfectly well the stick tells me everything I need to know. I feel what's coming up. I'm good. I've got it. Thank you for your help. 9 times out of 10, people will just back off and leave us be.
Yeah, those people that are amazed blind people can get out of the bed in the morning, much less walk down a sidewalk or work anywhere or do anything.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. And in their fervor to be helpful, they sometimes end up hindering. And so I teach people to communicate exactly what they need and what they don't need, and how to tell somebody to back off without being rude. Nobody wants to be rude. I didn't wake up this morning and think, today's a good day to curse somebody out. So if I learn to be firm and assertive, I won't end up rude. That's a communication art that's lost in society today anyhow.
Yeah, it's not just us. That lost on everybody. There's a story yesterday on Facebook. A lady I know that works for another nonprofit in Dallas was talking about a blind person she had talked to that was going for a walk on a hiking trail. And not just, there was the trail they always walk on, like every Saturday. And they walked along, and she accidentally bumped some guy's ankle with her cane, and he said something like, "Why don't y'all just stay home?" Gosh. And my first thought was, I'll go over there and... But he's just ignorant. He doesn't know any better.
Of course, I would say, just because I don't have my eyes doesn't make me any less human. I have all the human rights that the Constitution guarantees. And this is my right to my pursuit of happiness. But yes, I understand, of course. It's not what happens in life, it's how you react to it. So why don't I just stay home? Because I didn't want to. Boom, done. So and most people would get resentful over that, and because it, quote, embarrassing. It's not embarrassing. I'm embarrassed for the guy who said it, not myself.
Yeah,
he's the one with the problem, not me. So I teach people and little tips like how to make people's problems their problems and not take them on to mine. Just because he's having a bad day doesn't mean I have to.
Go ahead and tell people how to get a hold of you.
My website is www.stepsinrecovery.org. I also can be found on Facebook under Steps in Recovery, or my personal Facebook page is chriscarroll.714. And I'd be glad to talk to anybody. I will give anybody help if I can. Don't be afraid, and don't let money stop you. There may be a charge depending on how complicated your problem is, depending on how much time it takes for me to deal with. But don't let money stop you. We'll work something out. If you need help, please reach